When humans were discovered locked in their home system due to lack of FTL travel, the slaver races of the galactic community saw fresh meat. A deathworlder species to boot. They would serve well in the mines, in the dockyards, manufacturing, and anywhere hard labor was required and people with enough money didn't want to do it. So an accord was made. The Zafri, the Orgna, and the Tempti would each claim one of Earth, Venus, and Mars to farm new human slaves. The Zafri, chief amongst the Alliance, would claim Earth, being the most populous planet. Orgna, Mars, and finally Tempti would get Venus as the most junior member. At the time of contact, the entire Terran Navy of Sol contained 18 cruiser equivalents, 40 destroyer equivalents, and innumerable picket-class ships, none of which concerned the slaver races. Indeed, the three had dropped out of warp next to their largest gas giant with 15 times the tonnage of the entire system's navy. After glassing the minor moon colonies orbiting the planet, inner system domination took all of 16 standard cycles. Every space-worthy ship of their navy was an expanding ball of gas by cycle 15. However, these humans both refused surrender and were surprisingly tenacious, if technologically backward, warriors on the ground. Their United Nations had sent but one message. An older male with tan skin and white hair stood on the view screen.
I am Secretary General Utain Baku of the United Nations of Sol, and I will have you know that you have not claimed the bulk of humanity. We are fractious. I speak for but a shard, the shard that listens to my whim.
This of course took time to resolve. Where would the bulk of a pre-FTL species even live beyond these 3 rocky worlds and a handful of rocky moons? We besieged their worlds. As is tradition, we built great orbital works, kept a station with our ships in orbit for fire support. We fought on Venus, Mars, and Earth to tremendous losses. After cycle 75, we received an all-frequency message from the Terrans, but not from their besieged worlds. It was from the outer system. It was a single word.
Duck.
Suddenly every geosynchronous ship, orbital, and void hangar had incoming proximity alerts, and went offline as near-sea comets atomized them in bright, blinding flashes. Alarms came up fleet-wide. We received another message from Terra. The same older gentleman from before.
I see the Outer Rim has put their 2 cents in. We don't get along, but they're terribly territorial. I imagine they have already told you to get off my lawn. That would be the bluenecks out ice miners in the Outer Rim. I can't even tell them to put a shirt on lest they fire on my envoys. Just some good old boys. I may have offered them a lifetime supply of hooch from old Terra to dump their loads on you instead of the colonies. You know, they used to just park those ice balls in orbit, harder to miss something just right than to eat something. And they had damn near 80 days to get that load to, what, 70 to 80% the speed of light. I'll say those bluenecks have no taste in liquor, but they sure as shit know their orbital dynamics.
The invader coalition was mauled, but not cowed. The Zafri commander screeched.
You must have expended every outsystem ship for this gambit, so I am not impressed. You will bow to us one way or another.
Secretary Baku laughed. A deep, belly laugh. A laugh that terminated in a coughing fit.
You daft motherfuckers. There are a billion bluenecks and a trillion ice balls in the belt. You could be here 500 years and those thugs would never run out of ammunition. Do you think our ice balls are more expensive than your battleships?